the world has changed. You know, the world has just changed lately, and I feel behind. And I'd done a concert like a month ago, and a woman came up to me, and she told me she hurt my feelings because she goes, I was totally offended by your show. I was totally offended. And I'm like, and she goes, you did so many microaggressions. It's disgusting. Do you know what a microaggression is? No, she doesn't even know it. And I said, I don't think I did a micro. I'm a big woman. I ain't got nothing micro about me. And she said, you're just so unwoke. And honestly, I was so confused. I went, no, I'm up. And she goes, I bet you don't even use the right pronouns. And I said, let me tell you something, lady. I went to public school in Kentucky. We learned our nouns and our verbs and then let the voice fall, okay? So you know, two can play at that game. All right? I have a t-shirt, and this is to stick up for us. It says, we're not going to be called, and we're not going to take it when people call us white trash. You can no longer call us white trash. We are now financially challenged. I've been out in Los Angeles shooting a sitcom pilot, which is very exciting. And they flew me out there, and it takes about a week to do a sitcom pilot, or almost 2 weeks. And they put me at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Woo! Yeah, pretty nice. And I tell you what, the first night I got there, I was so nervous and stuff, and I was scared, and I was trying to read the script, and I thought, you know what, I just need to chill, you know? And I thought, well, you know what, I'll get a couple of beers, go sit in the jacuzzi, and just chill out. So I'm sitting in the jacuzzi, and I got my case of beer. And it's beautiful. I'm chilling out, and then I started picking up nickels and quarters and pennies. I got up to about $27.50. That's what the police report said. I guess there's a big difference between a jacuzzi and a fountain. So watch for that. A little life tip. And you know what? If the show gets picked up, I'm never going to stay at the Beverly Hills Hotel again. I do not like those people. I just got sick of people asking me for more towels. PTA don't like me none. Heavens to Betsy, you take a 12-pack of bud to a PTA meeting. Oh, they get real pissy. I figured out what PTA stands for. Permanently tied ass. That's what PTA stands for. Head of our PTA's name is Mrs. Doffinball. And the only reason she's the head of our PTA, she's raised most money in the bake sale for the last 3 years. Well, whoop-de-doo. She makes these little dessert squares. She calls them Doffinball family dessert squares. Secret family recipe. I found out last year she puts Grand Marnier in the dessert square.
Skeeter, you know what Grandma yeah? It's booze. It's liquor. Well, heck, I didn't know you could spike this stuff. I showed her this year. I made brownies. Happy brownies, Grandma. I raised $3.5 million, people. They have to rename the school after me. Etta High. Tonight, let's start with marriage. Now, marriage comes with a lot of shuns. Oh, the shuns. Us married women don't tell you single girls about the shuns, now do we? Well, you single girls are so happy and sweet and thin. We just don't want to spoil it for you. Now, the three main shuns, or what I like to call the root shuns of marriage, are aggravation, revelation, and humiliation. Now, if all three of these happen simultaneously and in this order, well, the results can be devastating. This festering pool of emotion, always and without exception, leads to no sexation, deportation, and for those lucky few, cremation. Woo! I see we have some divorced women in here.
How many women in here have cellulite? Yes. We are sitting on a waffle iron. Dang it. Having cellulite's dangerous. It truly is. You ever sat on a wet toilet seat? Oh my goodness. I've done that before, and I've suctioned to the lid. Just get up, I hear the sound. Look in the mirror, got this big lid hickey on my butt. No. Okay, be honest. How many women in here will not sit on a public toilet seat? Yeah. Teresa, you will not sit on a public toilet seat. How come? Because it's dirty, right? You know why? Because women like you are pissing on the toilet seat. You are the first domino. And can I ask you what you're doing in there? Are you doing like the hula hoop while you're peeing?
Now, my husband, I love him, but I'm still gonna kill him. And my husband is what I call hypochondriac. You know what I mean? Aren't men babies for the most part?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, that's a divorced woman right there. No, my husband, a hypochondriac. He just don't get a summer cold or allergies or no. It's COVID. And last year he had COVID 742 times. You can't get COVID 4 times in a day. Okay? And anyway, he's just a hypochondriac. And then, oh Lord. He discovered WebMD. And this is dangerous. It's dangerous stuff for a hypochondriac. And we's fixing to go to church. And he walked in the bedroom and he had this terrible look on his face, and he said, "Baby, I need you to sit down. There's something I got to tell you." And I said, "Okay." And and I thought maybe my daddy died or something. He sat next to me on the bed and he held my hand and he goes, "Baby, I got some bad news." And He said, I have sickle cell anemia. And I let it simmer. And if you don't know what sickle cell anemia is it's a terrible disease. It's a painful disease, and there's really no cure for it. It's a blood disease. But only black people get it. Okay? Let me back up. I was raised Italian Catholic. Okay? Now, Italian Catholic, our Mass was in Latin. Okay? That's how Catholic we are. And when I first moved into the trailer park, first woman that greeted me was Val, and she welcomed me to the hood. But she's black. Val is black, and Val's husband Marcus is black, and their 2 sons are black. Not like you see on commercials nowadays, where the man is black and he's married to a Mexican, and for some reason they got a Chinese kid and a redhead. Who is doing the casting on these commercials? So anyway, first thing people say, ask you in the South is, do you have a church? And I said, no, we don't. And so she invited me to her church. And they're Baptist. And so I went to church, and my husband had to work that night. And so I went with Val. And it's an all-black Baptist church. And we are the token white people. It makes me feel special. And so I'm sitting in a pew, and I've never experienced this before. And the Reverend was named John too, and I'm sitting there. Now I'm Catholic, and I'm sitting there, and there's a lot of men in our row. We're in the very back row. There's a lot of men, and I figure their wives are in the choir. But let me tell you people something. If you ain't never been to a black Baptist church, you gotta go. Oh my goodness, everybody in the choir sounds like Whitney Houston. It is a party. It is so much fun. You know, it's so much better than the stick up your butt Catholic mass. And so I'm sitting there, and that's my first Baptist thing. And then I got scared because they started yelling at the Reverend. And I'm thinking, you know, it's like a woman just stood up out of nowhere and said, "Yes, Reverend John, you praise his name." And I'm thinking, oh, I left my concealed carry in it. We're going to have some stuff go down. And other people started heckling, and I'm going, what the? Can you imagine doing that in a Catholic church? Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. Can you imagine going, yeah, Father Ryan, swing that smoke. Woo! Wee! Yeah, get that holy water on me. Yeah, anoint me. Oh, wet t-shirt concert, you know. Come on. Yeah, give me that cracker. Body of Christ. Body of Christ. No, it don't go down that way. So anyway, that's the difference between Baptist and Catholic. And so I'm sitting there, and he gave a fiery speech. He called the Holy Ghost. I mean, it was woo, and I felt it. I felt the Spirit in me. And then he goes, we're gonna let the choir sing, and our special soloist today is Miss Washington. And all the guys in my row went, oh man. and the big black guy sitting next to me, and I said, what? And he goes, man, we're gonna miss kickoff. And that's one thing about the Catholic Church. Father Ryan dropped it on a dime because he had money on the game too. You know, and we in and out, hour, drop it. And I said, what game? And he goes, the Bengals. And I said, well, that's a night game. And he goes, we gonna miss kickoff. And then she was gonna sing my favorite song, Ave Maria. Now again, I went to a Catholic church. So this is how Ave Maria goes in a Catholic church, okay? It's like, Ave Maria, o tol santo e melodia, o talo ciebie, o lagnato. Campal soteva. That's Ave Maria. Oh, good Lord. In a Baptist church. Miss Washington stood up, had to be 300 pounds if she was an ounce. And she starts with Ave Maria. Goes a little something like this. Help me out with this, okay? I say, ah. I say, ah. Say, ah. I said, we gonna miss kickoff. So, I forgot to use this. So it was during the summer when my husband told me he had sickle cell anemia. And it just so happened, Val, who lives right across the street, she was going to have a family barbecue. And some of the church people were coming, and Reverend John was coming. And so I waited. Because I'm just setting him up. And I'm going to get him back for that chlamydia. I'm going to get him back for every time he's embarrassed me. So I wait for everybody to get their plate full. Yes. And I turned to him and I said, we're all in the lawn chairs, and I said, honey, don't you think it's about time that you share with Val and Marcus your news and the situation we find ourselves in? And I just thought he would just have Val and Marcus come over, and he would say it, and we'd have a nice laugh, and they'd call him a dumb cracker, and it'd be over with. And oh no, my husband stood up like he was going to do a TED Talk or something. And he put his plate on his lawn chair. And Val and Marcus were all the way across the yard. And he goes, Val! Marcus! You're my brother, man. You're my brother. And everybody here is family. You've made us feel like family. And I have to share something with you of what we're about to go through, and I need you to pray for me. I need you to pray. And he said, I've just found out I have sickle cell anemia. Chicken and ribs went everywhere. Oh my goodness. Lawn chairs flipped over. Grits was hanging off of beautiful hats, and people are rolling, dying, and dogs from everywhere came and was eating ribs and grabbing a chicken and taking, and it just was, and I just sat there. But what was so beautiful about it, Reverend John did not skip a beat. He said, Delbert, come forth. And a bunch of giggling black people separated like Moses in the sea. And he said, Brother Delbert, and he put his hand on his head, and he said, Brother Delbert, we're going to cast this demon. We're going to cast this demon out of you. Everybody, I want you to pray for our brother. And there's snot bubble laughing. And he goes, we're going to pray for our brother. And we're going to cast this demon out of him. We're going to cast it out. Lord, be with us today. Help our brother. Help our brother Delbert get out of this terrible disease. And I cast it to the wind. I cast it to the heavens. Be gone! And my husband fell back. And the other church people caught him. Like it was an old-fashioned tent revival. The only unfortunate thing is now my husband walks around saying he was healed by the Holy Ghost from sickle cell anemia. My oldest boy's 17. He's been driving for 2 years. He's had 27 accidents. Thank you very much. In fact, I call him the David Copperfield of drivers. Oh yes, because it's magic. Because to hear him tell the story, stuff just appears out of nowhere. And he hits it. And he always comes with the same excuse. I had to swerve to miss a deer. 27 deer, son. Maybe we need to get some deer whistles from a car. I said, son, we need mailbox whistles because that's the only thing you've been killing. Mailman can't even deliver to our neighborhood no more. He just hands me the mail and he goes, you figure it out. This boy has totaled 4 cars, people, 4. I got smart after the second one he crashed up. Started shopping for cars for him at these little county fairs. Yeah, buddy, you know the old county fair? Anything that survives the demolition derby, there's your new ride, boy. Woo, ain't she pretty?
And these stinking kids nowadays don't appreciate a dang thing you give them, do they? No, he's always complaining. Mom, it ain't got no windshield. The doors are welded shut. It's like, shut your pie hole, boy. Dang it, that's a classic. Do you know how hard it is to find a gremlin with a roll bar these days? Oh, they are pieces of junk. I admit it. You know, most parents get their kids like jumper cables or a flashlight, keep their kids safe on the road. Not me. I bought my son tennis shoes and a screwdriver. Said next time that piece of junk breaks down, take the plates off and run. Heck, in Kentucky, we call that AAA.
I've been out in Los Angeles shooting a sitcom pilot, which is very exciting. And they flew me out there, and it takes about a week to do a sitcom pilot, or almost 2 weeks. And they put me at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Woo! Yeah, pretty nice. And I tell you what, the first night I got there, I was so nervous and stuff, and I was scared, and I was trying to read the script, and I thought, you know what, I just need to chill, you know? And I thought, well, you know what, I'll get a couple of beers, go sit in the jacuzzi, and just chill out. So I'm sitting in the jacuzzi, and I got my case of beer. And it's beautiful. I'm chilling out, and then I started picking up nickels and quarters and pennies. I got up to about $27.50. That's what the police report said. I guess there's a big difference between a jacuzzi and a fountain. So watch for that. And a little life tip. And you know what? If the show gets picked up, I'm never going to stay at the Beverly Hills Hotel again. I do not like those people. I just got sick of people asking me for more towels. Yeah, and they were trying to be very nice to me because they knew I was like a fish out of water. So a few of the producers' wives asked me if I would like to play tennis at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And if you're a woman, you play tennis at the Beverly Hills Hotel, there is a dress code. You must wear a skirt. Oh my goodness, people. I was chapped. But from my room to the tennis courts, I had to start walking like John Wayne, you know what I mean? It was like, and thank the Lord they had baby powder, because I had to chalk up, baby, chalked up. Then she said, love, love, and I went, I'm married. And she served the ball, and when I hit it, a cloud of dust. It looked like my crotch was doing cocaine, okay?
Where are you going on your honeymoon? What? New York. Skater. You liar. Have you seen airplane tickets or anything? See, men lie.
husband told me he was going to take me on a cruise. Turned out to be a bologna sandwich on a bass boat. Men mean well. They mean well, but men have different belief systems than women do. Would you agree? Yes. Men believe different things than women do, and this can cause problems, anger, hatred in a relationship. Kelly, let me give you an example. Let's take a family vacation. Now, I've realized over the years I've been married to my husband, he has three main beliefs when it comes to a family vacation. Belief number one, maps are for sissies. Belief number two, posted speed limit, merely a suggestion. And belief number three, nobody pees till he pees. Now let me show you how this causes problems, anger, hatred in the relationship. We were going to take the children last June from Lexington, Kentucky. Let's say that's here on a map, okay? I'm doing this for the blondes. We were taking the children from Lexington, Kentucky, down to Orlando, Florida, to Disney World. Are you with me, Kelly? Mm-hmm. So you can imagine my surprise when the California State Trooper pulled us over, going 90 in a 55. And my children and I, so elated that the car was actually coming to a stop after 16 hours straight, leaped from the vehicle like urine-filled super soakers and run off into the bushes. Now, the approaching policeman thinks my husband is smuggling Mexicans.
I tell you what, it's so great being here at the Bijou Theater. It is so nice. Last night, I was in Louisville, Kentucky, at a bar. Yeah, they were drunk. And I said, "Are you drinking?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "Just drink till I'm pretty." And a guy in the front row stood up and said, "I should have started in July." And I think it was you, mister. Well, how you doing, Skeeter? Welcome to the show. Big Friday night out? Taking your girl out on the town? Said, "Honey, get ready. I'm wearing my camouflage hat tonight." Did you ever have a mirror in your house? Woo! We got some big hair going on back here. My goodness. Skeeter, that's like an 8-point buck over there, ain't it? Is there like a bleach convention in Knoxville? Because there is a lot of blonde women in here. Well, I have very exciting news. I won Best Dressed in Kentucky today. There's some ugly women in Kentucky now. Tell you something, girls, you weigh 300 pounds in Kentucky, you are cheerleader material, all right? Do we have any people from Kentucky? Oh, good, because I'm going to need a ride home after the show.
My anniversary dinner, my husband actually took me to a very nice restaurant, very fancy ladies, and I'm not talking just a nice restaurant where you get a buzzer and wait. Oh, like on the only one that's ever eaten at an Applebee's. No, I'm talking a fancy restaurant, fancy French restaurant where you had to call ahead and make a reservation. Put your name in, hold your spot, kind of like tailgating. Okay? And we get to this French restaurant, and there's this real pretty girl behind a desk, a podium, and we give her name, and then she introduced us to the Matador. Now, he's the guy that takes you to your table. So as he's taking us to our table and we sit down, he goes, can I get you a glass of wine? And my husband said, glass? Heck, bring the whole box. We're going to get this party started. All right? And then that Matador acted like he smelled something bad, and he just walked off. And I said to my husband, did you fart? Because I did not. This is a nice place. Tuck it in, okay? Control yourself. And then the waiter come over, and he's dressed real nice, and he's got a little white tea towel on this arm, and he's got a bottle of wine in his hand. And he says, hello, my name is Maurice. I will be your waiter this evening. As it is, we are all out of boxes of wine. Who knew? However, this is our finest house wine. I think you will enjoy it very much. So, monsieur, if you will, you raise your glass. And so my husband raised his glass, and the little French guy just poured just like a little swaller in his glass. And my husband went, monsieur, this is French wine. You must let it breathe. Swirl the wine around the glass. See how the light dances off the colors. Now, monsieur, I want you to take a sip of the wine, but do not swallow, no. Let the wine marinate your tongue. Let it slide from side to cheek to cheek. And I look over at my little redneck husband, and he's over there going... Monsieur, this is Listerine. This is fresh wine. And I said, look, Pepe Le Pew, we're just trying to get our drink on. We could have had half a box done by now. That French wine can breathe in my stomach. Fill it up. Then he gives us the menus. Couldn't even read those. But then he tells us the chef special was chicken colored blue. And I'm thinking, well, I ain't never seen that before. So we ordered the chicken colored blue. It comes, it ain't blue. It just looked like a fried chicken breast to me. Then it got weird. I cut into it, I take a bite. It's half chicken, half pig. Okay? Them Frenchies are crossbreeding animals in the back. We need to call the Humane Society or something. If I want chicken, I'll order chicken. If I want pig, I'll order pig. But I ain't eating no chick pig now. We took off out of there, stole that bottle of wine, let it breathe in the truck. We ended up about 6 blocks away at Earl's Gas and Sip, eating gas station chicken and tipping back a box of wine on the curb. And the great thing about it is, one of the pieces of chicken I bit into was blue.
I know, you're looking at me, I need to get some weight off. I saw Oprah Winfrey, her personal trainer said if you want to lose weight, don't eat 2 hours before you go to bed. I haven't slept in 6 days. Girls, you know you're getting fat when you sit in your bathtub and the water in the toilet rises.
Yeah, I got you.
Had a birthday last week. Thank you. Where's my women over 40? Applaud if you're over 40. Applaud if you're... Yeah. Sweet Pea, you're over 40. What's your name, honey? Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Can I ask you a personal question, Jackie? You ever sneeze and pee your pants? I don't know what's the matter. Lately I sneezed, I just pissed my pants. It's like, ma'am, do you need a Kleenex? No, but some kitty litter would be nice. I done made a puddle in Walmart, dang it. Oh, remember the good old days, Jackie? Before gravity got to us? Yeah, boys, in my day, I wore a 34 double D. Now I'm a 38 long. I don't mean to brag, fellas, but I could breastfeed you from right here. Yeah, most women have great melons. I got fruit roll-ups. Just... Oh, heck, you can make balloon animals out of these things. What do you mean, what is it? And my husband, he works at one of the largest thoroughbred horse farms in the world. And we raise in Lexington the greatest thoroughbreds in the world. And my husband's a groom for a thoroughbred. And truth is, he's just shoveling poop with a bunch of Mexicans. And I mean, let's call it what it is. And he's just shoveling poop out of a stall. But he's a groom. Okay. He called me up and he said, and I guess a stallion was in his stall, and my husband walked around and he kicked him. Yeah, and this horse is 17 hands high, and he kicked him, and he broke his leg. Well, I don't know that, and I said, oh, walk it off. Stop being a baby. Rub some dirt on it. Get back to work. I had no idea he was calling me from the ambulance. And he had me on speaker. So I looked like, you know what I looked like. And so I run up to the hospital and I meet him there, and it's a pretty bad break, and they're going to get ready to take him into surgery. And then the hospital started asking us all kinds of stupid questions. It was weird, and they said, do you have an advance directive? And we said, no. And they said, do you have a living will? And I said, no. And they said, do you have power of attorney? And I said, Judge Judy? And she goes, well, do you at least have a DNR? And I said, what's a DNR? And she said, do not resuscitate. And I said, oh, I want one of those. Give me one of those on him before he goes under. Give me a DNR. So now my husband's off. He was off work for about 3 months. We started talking and having that talk that is uncomfortable to have, and we realized we don't have our affairs in order. We do not have our affairs in order. And my husband said, look, we're both in our 60s and we need to get our affairs in order, We need to get these papers and stuff. Translation ladies, you need to get our affairs in order. All right? So I run around town like a wild woman, and meeting with lawyers and stuff like that, and getting all the papers and learning about this stuff. And I got to giggling with the lawyer because he's going, you know, these papers are very important in your estate and where you want your estate to go to and stuff. And I got to giggling, and he goes, "Ma'am, is there something you don't understand?" And I said, "No, you don't understand." I said, "Look, what am I going to leave my kids? I mean, once Rent-A-Center gets done going through the house, only thing going to be left is a dirty kitty litter box, a can of Spam, and this blouse." Okay? And so I'm handing all the papers to my husband, and he's just signing them. Sign. And I finally hand him the last piece of paper, and he signs, and then he went, let me see that. What was that? And I said, "Well, that's life insurance." And he goes, "Let me see it again." And he goes, "That's $500,000. And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "That's $500,000. And I said, "Ooh, look who's doing calculus." And then he said, "Why is it only on me?" And I said, "Honey, you have the most dangerous job. I truly doubt if Miss Manners is going to charge the stage and trample me to death. You're not going to do that, are you? No, you might show me how to properly use a fork, but it ain't going to get dangerous." So I didn't realize how it would change our relationship. It truly did. It changed our entire relationship, because now when my husband and I get in a fight, now I just stand there and they go, "Yeah. Yeah, I did that. Oh, boy, I'm sorry." And then when I'm done hearing him jack his mouth, I just go like this. I just go. It rained, Daddy. Yeah. As I watch Dateline and all those cop shows with a notebook, I write down good ideas.
How many people have kids? Applaud if you have kids. Applaud real big. Yeah. How many, lady in the blue? 3. You like them? I hate my children. My kids remind me of my hemorrhoids. Every time I sit down, they start irritating me. I got 3 boys and a girl, 17, 16, 13, and my youngest boy, he's 8. He started kindergarten this year. Yeah, I got me a real valedictorian on my hands. Poor little guy can't even spell GED. And I don't care that he's stupid, but dang, he's mean. 3 weeks ago, I had a beautiful Persian cat. He decided to give it a bath in there. I am now the proud owner of a giant chihuahua that meows. My 13-year-old, though, he's my pride and joy. He is straight A student, gets all A's, gonna go to college, be the first one out of our family to go to college. I'm so proud of him. And he'll get straight A's in college, I just know it. And he'll graduate top of his class, that Kuna Matata. That's a college term, skater.
Miller's an old soul. Do you know what I mean when I say an old soul? He's just always been so grown up. He's a unique child. He likes different things than kids his age. He likes old black and white romantic movies. And he likes old singers. He doesn't like the singers of today. He likes, oh my goodness, he likes Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli and Barbara Streisand and Cher and... Shut up, lady. Yes, you in the red. Shut up. I know. Trust me, I know. Me and my husband, we already talked about it. I don't know, about 6-7 months ago, me and my husband were sitting in the kitchen drinking coffee, and my husband went, "Yeah, buddy. I think we got us a Fruit Loop on our hands." I think Richard Simmons is in the living room playing the Xbox. Now he calls them Miller Lite. You know, and as a mother, at first I worried about it and I freaked about it and I fretted over it, and then one morning I woke up and I said, I don't even give a dang. And you want to know why? Because little gay boys take care of their mamas when they get old. You done right they do. You done right. Yeah. What the heck do I care? Put on a tutu, call yourself Tinkerbell. Just don't put me in a nursing home, okay? Anybody got a teenage daughter at home? Yeah. My daughter's 15. Let us pray. You don't send these little girls to school with the right kinds of clothes. They become outcast amongst their peers, don't they? Going to school became a stinking fashion show. Back me up. We're school shopping, okay? My daughter tells me she's going to need new blue jeans, okay? I go to Walmart. I get her new blue jeans. Well, you think I spit in her lunch bucket or something? She wads them up, she throws them back in my face. She goes, Mother, what are those? You talk like that, don't you? And all these stinking teenage girls seem to think the sound is a word. That's the only response I get anymore. Hey, I told you to get off the phone. I don't know if I'm raising a kid or a cat with a hair problem. You ever get this one? Whatever. Don't you want to punch him in the face? Talk to the hand. Oh, you gonna talk to my hand?
I get embarrassed in front of my children. I do. Girls, do you hate feminine hygiene commercials on TV? Yes. We need to get this stuff off of television. Good Lord, girls, we know what we want, what works, how to use it. Skeeter, none of your dang business why I don't feel fresh, okay? It's just not. You could be sitting there watching a nice program with the kids. Suddenly, a giant maxi pad with wings comes flying across the screen. My 5-year-old asked for one for his birthday. Cheapest gift to everybody. Well, they come in a pack of 12. Spray painted those suckers black. Told them it was part of the Batman series. You know what he loves most about that stupid maxi pad with wings? He loves the adhesive strip on the back. Oh, I just lost the boys on that one. Skeeter and Bubba just glazed over on me. They went, what the heck's adhesive strip got to do with it? They use duct tape now or something? Us girls, we know what an adhesive strip's got to do with it, don't we, ladies? They need to call it what it really does, a
really was on our playground. You remember the monkey bars? Yeah, monkey bars. You having a flashback, ain't you? Yeah, they should have named that apparatus One More Thing the Fat Kids Can't Do. Did you have a merry-go-round on your playground? What a vicious contraption that thing was. You ever been to one pushing? And you trip? And you get caught up on her? Should have named that Mary Gonna Drag Your Butt Around.
I don't believe in love anymore. No, I don't. I don't believe in love. I believe when you turn to your husband and you say, honey, I love you. What you're really saying, ladies, is, honey, I tolerate you better than I've tolerated anybody. But if you don't stop snoring so loud, I'm gonna cut your stinking head off. Anybody live with somebody who snores? Because women snore too. Yeah. Women snore too. Not just you men. And my husband, he keeps me up all night long. Have the gall to walk in the morning and say to me, honey, why you so grumpy in the morning? You just ain't a morning person, are you? Because I'm sleeping with a stinking leaf blower. That's how come. Brag about how well he slept. Brag about it. Other day I was cooking him breakfast. His Pop-Tarts were almost done. He comes walking in the kitchen, scratching his big fat belly, and he goes, man, baby, I died last night. And all I could think of was, oh, little man, you don't know how close you came.
Miller's an old soul. Do you know what I mean when I say an old soul? He's just always been so grown up. He's a unique child. He likes different things than kids his age. He likes old black and white romantic movies. And he likes old singers. He doesn't like the singers of today. He likes, oh my goodness, he likes Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli and Barbara Streisand and Cher and... Shut up, lady. Yes, you in the red, shut up. I know. Trust me, I know. Me and my husband, we already talked about it. I don't know, about 6-7 months ago, me and my husband were sitting in the kitchen drinking coffee, and my husband went, yeah, buddy. I think we got us a Fruit Loop on our hands. I think Richard Simmons is in the living room playing the Xbox. Now he calls them Miller Lite. You know, and as a mother, at first I worried about it and I freaked about it and I fretted over it, and then one morning I woke up and I said, I don't even give a dang. And you want to know why? Because little gay boys take care of their mamas when they get old. You darn right they do. You darn right. Yeah. What the heck do I care? Put on a tutu, call yourself Tinkerbell. Just don't put me in a nursing home, okay?
And then came the waxing. You men, you don't understand. The waxing. They pour hot wax on your face. Don't they, ladies? They started me off slow. Did my eyebrows. Poured hot wax on my face. And then I don't really know what happened after that. Because it felt like she put a piece of duct tape or something. And then I lost track of her. And then I heard her get a run for it. And when she ripped that tape off, I come up off that bed about 3 foot. And she refused to come back in the room till I stopped cussing. But the upside is, now there's 2. Beauty is pain, ladies. Say it with me. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. Then she said, "Ma'am, would you like me to do your mustache?" Well, feng shui. Didn't even realize I had a mustache. But now that you pointed that out, I guess I should get that did. Girls, should you look like you have diaper rash for about a month? You know, I was red fire. I tell you, I look like a 5-year-old that a cherry popsicle just got away from me, you know? Like I killed the Kool-Aid man, you know? Yeah. But the upside, people stop calling me sir. Beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. Yes. My chin wasn't too bad. My chin was not too bad. I just had a couple of danglers. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like even with your readers on, you can't see them. Yeah, I looked like I had a couple of little catfish barbs coming out. And of course, my husband didn't say anything because, well, he likes catfish. So he was living out some kind of fantasy I didn't even know about. So they just plucked those. But now I can't get HBO. Beauty is pain. And then don't get ahead of me. And then the coup de grace. She said, "Ma'am, would you like a Brazilian?" Well, heck yeah. Here's my house key. You let me know when that Brazilian's coming. I'll send my husband to Tractor Supply. We'll have a good 6 hours.
Children. It usually starts with intoxication, followed by impregnation, and then a long and never-ending period of procreation. Let us start first with procreation. Children. the fruit of our loin, our seed, our lineage. That which carries our family name, marches our DNA into the future, and is a lasting marker you ever existed. Children, God's gift to mankind that has no receipt, no 30-day return policy. You break it, you own it, children. Woo! Before we discuss children, let me throw a thought on the table. Why have children? I mean, if you think about it, the whole sordid process kind of goes against all reason and logic. And yet, as human beings, we walk into this life sentence and we don't even think it through. All right. Out of you young single women in here, who's never had a baby before? Applaud if you've never had a child, girls. Applaud real big. Oh, Barbie's never had a baby. No wonder you're so thin. What is your name, Sweet Pea? Lindsay. Well, of course it is. You've never had a child? No. Lindsay, would you help me out with this? Okay. Lindsay, for sake of argument, let's say you're a normal woman. Lindsay, what if as a complete stranger I walked up to you in this parking lot out here and said, Lindsay, I'd like to come and live with you for the next 18 years. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Why? Because you don't know anything about me, do you, honey? No. You don't know anything about my personality, my habits, my temperament, my personal hygiene. And Lindsay, what if I told you in the 18 years of living with you, I can guarantee you the following things are going to happen. Guaranteed. That from day 1 to 5 years, I'm going to poop, piss, and puke on everything you've ever owned. That within those first 5 years, you're going to get a maximum of 2 hours sleep a night. Never get to finish a phone conversation, a shower, or a bowel movement. Motherhood sounding good so far, Lindsay? Now, honey, from 5 to 7 years, I guarantee you I will embarrass you in public by saying the word penis in church. Now, from 8 to 12 years, I guarantee you I will embarrass you in public by showing my penis in church. Now, from 13 to 18 years old, I'm going to consider you the dumbest woman that ever walked this planet. Yes, because I'm a teenager and I know everything. And suddenly, you're an idiot. You know what, Lindsay? I'm not even going to pretend I know you when I'm at the mall with my snotty little bratty girlfriends, walking around being rude to people, flipping my hair, saying whatever. Drinking my $25 Starbucks Venti latte, half a soy mocha chocadoka. Until I need money. Oh, Lindsay, I'm going to need me some money. And girlfriend, I'm going to beg and nag you for money like a bum on an interstate off-ramp. Now, Lindsay, at 18, when you think this hell ride we've entered into is almost over, and I'm about to walk out that front door, I'm going to turn to you and go, oh, by the way, Lindsay, I need $60,000 so I can go to college and learn how to bounce a quarter into a glass of beer. Welcome to our nightmare. Trust me, Lindsay, after a month of living with me, you'll suck out your uterus with a dirt devil.